Hey guys, welcome to A Touch of Film. Haven't been online for a while, been busy with work, watching a lot of movies actually, and enjoying the summer. But yeah, let's get straight into it. I've got a Japanese Blu-ray update, quite a big stack here, and quite a mixed bag of genres and countries where they're coming from. So I've got a few Japanese, well, I've got a couple of Japanese releases, US releases, and UK releases. So let's get into it. First up, we have Inu R, directed by Masaki Iwata, who I think most people will know from Night is Short, Walk On Girl, Mind Game, Lou Over the Wall. One of the best and most underrated anime directors. This one is just phenomenal. It was one of my favourite films of last year. Quite a nice release from all the anime. Comes with like loads of art cards. It's got a really nice visual style, which you could see in those art cards there. Really cool music in this. It's just such an amazing movie, and I think he hasn't ever really done an anime which I've been disappointed with. I think this is one of his best. Absolutely loved it. Love the style. The stories about this disfigured character who is a singer, and every time he sings with this other blind monk, he just becomes less disfigured, and he becomes more and more like handsome and beautiful. So Inu R, I think it's still available. This is a special edition. I don't know if there'll be a standard edition, but I got it at a decent price. I think it was like £25. Next up, we have some Shion Sono. We have Suicide Club. This is the US release. I think this is just one of his most underrated. I think he's got Ryo Ishibashi in there. I think most people might know him from Audition. He was the main actor in that. He's this detective trying to figure out why all these young people are committing suicides. Don't really want to spoil it for anyone, but it is a phenomenal film. Really, really enjoyable. Yeah, and considering like all the stuff with Shion Sono, I don't really want to get into that, but yeah, one to really pick up. Another Shion Sono here, we have XDay, hair extensions. This stars Chiaki Kuriyama, another well-known actress. I think most people know her from Battle Royale. She was in Kill Bill as that schoolgirl that uses the spiked ball. This a really good horror movie. It's quite cheesy. It's not a masterpiece, but it's Shion Sono at the end of the day. It's his style of horror. A few special features in there, like behind the scenes, deleted scenes, a music video. Yeah, a cool release. This is the US one. It comes with that really cool artwork there, which I absolutely love. That's the original artwork. And this one here. Next up, I've got some Pinky Violence, one of my favourite genres of Japanese cinema. But yeah, let's get into these ones. We have Terrifying Girls High School. This one is Animal Classmates. There was a few of these movies. This one is directed by Masahiro Shimura, and it stars Reiko Ike, who I think is one of the most underrated Japanese actresses from that era. I think everyone talks about Meiko Kaji, but I actually prefer Reiko Ike. I think her movies were a lot more, I don't know what's the word, they were much more watchable. I love all her films. This one is just absolutely phenomenal, and I really like what Discotheque are doing with releasing all these cool Pinky Violence movies. There are more coming out, but this one is just so good. It's about like these new girls that go to this to this school, and it's one for like bad kids were just like that have been expelled from their schools, and Riko Ike's just gone in there. Her sister used to be a student in that school. She went on to the because they got a really good foreign exchange program, but there's a lot more to it. I don't want to spoil it. Really worth picking up. I absolutely love this film, and I can watch it like all the time. It's got so much rewatch value on there. And that is Animal Classmates, or the Terrifying Girls High School. Next up, another Pinky Violence with Riko Ike as well. It is Female Yakuza Tale. Absolutely love this. And it's directed by the legend himself, Toru Ishii, who was like the king of, in that era. I think his movies at the time were some of the most important Japanese cult movies, and this one is one of his best. I absolutely love this movie. It's so much. It's about this Yakuza who are like importing drugs using girls as like drug mules. Really great movie, and she's so phenomenal in this. Absolutely badass. Again, I don't know why everyone talks about Miko. I like Mako Kaji, but I think she is someone that we should give a bit more props to. She's done all the theme tunes to most of her films as well. She was a singer like Mako Kaji, and yeah, definitely one worth picking up, guys. Next up, we have Zeram. This is just an absolute bonkers movie. The director, he's usually like a set designer, costume designer, character designer. His name's Kaito Amemiya. I've not seen all his films, but he did do the costume design and special effects for Meatball Machine, which I absolutely love. This film is absolutely bonkers. I heard a lot about it, and I thought I'd pick it up. Never seen it before, and it is just absolutely wild. But these two electricians, a bit not the brightest sparks, but they get zapped into this like virtual reality world where it's controlled by this young like girl and this robot, and they have to beat this alien called Zeram, who's absolutely vicious. Yeah, a really cool sci-fi movie. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with that, and that is Zeram. Next up, we have Shin Ultraman. This is the US release. I absolutely love this movie. This is one of my favourite movies of last year. Didn't know what to think of it. Shinji Higuchi directed it, and I know he did do some kaiju films. He worked with Hideko Anno on Shin Godzilla. Wasn't too sure what to expect with this one, but God, I bloody loved this one. Had so much fun with it, and it's a really good ode to Ultraman, and I hope they make a sequel to this, because I've got a lot of love for this movie. One of my favourite Ultraman movies, but yeah, worth picking up as well, guys. Next up, we have Woman of the Photographs. This directed by Takashi Kushida. One of my favourite movies of, what year was it? I can't remember what year it came out, but yeah, it was definitely one of my favourite movies of that year. I saw it at a film festival. I think it was Fantasia, or Fright Fest. No, it was Fright Fest, sorry. Absolutely love this. It's very Cronenberg-esque. You have this this girl who's like obsessed with her social media status, and she uses this guy who does photos, who edits photos for people's gravestones, and she uses him to edit her photos, and she has a bit of an obsession with, she's got like body dysphoria, and like she wanted all she's obsessed with is appearing perfect. Absolutely phenomenal movie. I love the sound effects in this. It's really nice, and it's just such a beautiful film. It's weird, but in a wonderful way. Really good contemporary Japanese film. Love it. Next up, this is an absolute cracker. This is Keiji and Kita, Midnight Pilgrims. How much I love this film. Directed by Kankura Kundo. He might not be known as a director. He's more known as a writer. He wrote Go, Punk Samurai, Slashdown, Ping Pong, Zeram. He wrote all these movies. Absolutely phenomenal movie. It's about these. How can I describe it? It's got a bit of like fear and loathing in there. A little bit feels like Punk Samurai Slashdown. It's about this gay couple. One of them is they're both dealing with their own demons. One has a wife. One is a drug addict, and they go on this pilgrimage, and it's just absolutely just a magical movie. So many great characters in there, really bizarre scenes, and it's so underrated. I absolutely love it. It's so rewatchable, absolutely visually stunning. It's a real feast for the eyes. And it's just if you liked Fear and Loathing, Punk Samurai Slashdown, and maybe a little bit of Adrift in Tokyo. I feel it's similar to those in a way. Yeah, you absolutely love it. Absolutely wonderful film, and I really recommend it to anyone who loves Japanese cinema. And that is Keiji and Kita, Midnight Pilgrims. Next up we have Jesus. This one is directed by Hiroshi Okiyama, who he's currently directed a Netflix series, The Makanai, which was also by Kurita. It's on Netflix, and it's about a chef, this young girl who cooks for the geishas. A really good TV show, absolutely wonderful. But yeah, Jesus is about this boy who goes to live in his grandparents' home, and he starts going to a Christian school, which is not Christians, doesn't really know anything about Christianity, and he starts to. It's a sort of like a coming of age film with a bit of it's really about the innocence of this young boy and his view of Jesus, and then, like, Jesus appears in it as this little character who's constantly giving him advice, like having fun with him, and it's just a really charming, wholesome film, and I absolutely had a blast with this. And I really like, and the aspect ratio is like 4:3. I think it's like 4:3. Really nice cinematography. Almost feels like I'm watching a Wes Anderson film at some scenes. Yeah, a really delightful film, and that is Jesus. So yeah, guys, that is my Japanese Blu-ray update for this week. Got some Hong Kong Blu-ray releases I'm going to show you guys. Maybe have some Korean ones in the next few weeks. I haven't shown any Korean movies in ages on my channel, but yeah, some great titles there. Let me know if you've seen any of them. If you're going to pick up any of them, comment below. Click like, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next video, guys. Take it easy.